Hi, everyone. We have a great show today with Nicci Smith, who is the mother of Tanner from Love on the Spectrum on Netflix season 2 and 3. We talk about all things show business. We talk about what it's been like in the Netflix world, filming. She talks about her family, the Clemson university programs that they have. We get into everything, so I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for listening. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Here for the Health of It. I'm Dr. Randy here with Dr. Tom, as always, and we have a great show today with Nicci Smith, who is the mother of Tanner from Love on the Spectrum on Netflix seasons 2 and 3.
I am.
And you told me that I'm allowed to introduce you as Tanner's mother, that you were
to
fine with
introduce
that. But you do a ton of other things. You're really big into fitness. I know that you were a teacher, and then we're talking about your podcast. It's called Talk to Me, Sis, which is all about different topics, but you interviewed a lot of the mothers from Love on the Spectrum as well, and got through their whole backstories and what that looks like.
Yep, we sure
So
did.
welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited. It's fun to be on this side of the mic.
It's great.
Yeah.
So Tom loves reality TV show. So
Same.
he's been so excited. He hasn't missed any of that.
I take it you don't, right?
I have a hard time with it, but Tom kept telling me I need to see it.
Care less.
He doesn't get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't tell anybody I said this, but he only watched Tanner's parts.
He's like, tell me when
he
Tanner's
did watch
on.
Connor too, but yeah.
He just like in between bicep curls.
Yeah.
He was just like, hey, I'm going to go watch
He
what
dropped
Tanner's
and did
doing.
20 and then watched Tanner's.
And so it's been a whirlwind, right? I saw you do an interview and you said like you saw that there was a casting thing for it and you put them on there. And now for the last 2 to 3 years, it's just been all over the place.
We literally feel like we just jumped off a cliff and the wind caught us and we don't even know where we landed.
Yeah.
It's been wild. We really, you know how like you see an Instagram notification, like share this to your story and you're entered in this contest. That was a mentality of like responding to the casting call. Literally. Of course, he's my child. I think he's adorable. So I sent his picture in. It's like a 3-line bio. It was nothing.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, whatever. I'll never hear from that again. Had a call that night. And then that led to a Zoom call. And then that led to a camera test. And then they said we'd like him. And we really, truly expected that, he'll be on the show for about 6 weeks. People will look at him like, hey, you look familiar. And then he'll get a few thousand followers on Instagram. And then it'll just kind of like fade away. And it'll be a really cute, fun thing that he did. And we were looking at it just like fun experience, growth, maturity, meet new people, take a chance, let's learn some new skills. We just didn't think that much about it, to be honest. And we never expected the show to take off like it did. And then we didn't expect the public to respond to him personally like they did. And it's just been snowballing and it's kind of still going.
It's incredible.
It is.
Is he the most popular? Like, I feel like he's...
No, I honestly, I don't think you can peg one of them. They're all so beloved. I mean, and I've met them all. Not, like I said, not the 3 newest from season 4. Midge has met them. But they're just all amazing, resilient, lovely, intriguing people. I mean, they really are. And all of them have an incredible family story. And I think all of their different traits and the things that make them unique pull a different following.
Yes.
Which is really cool. So I think it's really kind of equal. It just depends, like, I feel like how they impact the viewer or the watcher. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you have 3 other children as well, right?
I do.
What's that been like integrating all this newfound
It really
busyness?
Hit us like in the perfect season of life. It really did. Because when season 2 came out, Maverick was a senior, that's my youngest, was a senior in high school. So it's not like I'm like parenting a bunch of little children that are needy. I mean, he's playing football and driving a F-250. You know what I mean? Like, he does not need me to be like at home taking care of him. So everybody was very independent. My oldest daughter is married. I have a grandchild, Taylor.
Grandma Nicci?
Grandma Nicci,
Wow.
yes. So she actually got married that same year in 24. And then Tanner's next, he's number 2. And then Madeline, who everybody knows as Midge, is 24. And she was the one who lived next door to Tanner when all of this happened. She was still a student at Clemson. So that really worked well for her because she was right in there. And they're so close. And like I said, Maverick was a senior. So it really was just like a time in my life where my schedule was freeing up. I was sort of thinking, okay, what's my next step? I'm stepping away from full-time mom. I was really thinking about going back into nursing, which is my former career. I actually had all the materials to renew my license. And then Love on the Spectrum happened, and his career went crazy, and he needed someone to help him manage it. So here we are.
Welcome to Columbia Family Chiropractic, voted Columbia's best chiropractic clinic. With 3 easy-to-get-to locations, you'll be sure to have something near you. We provide drug-free and surgery-free healthcare and take care of a wide variety of injuries. We offer several services from corrective chiropractic care, on-site digital x-rays, spinal decompression for bulging or herniated discs, dry needling and cupping for injuries, pediatric care, non-surgical knee therapy, and a Class 4 laser. And for those focused on wellness, we have a red light therapy bed. We accept all your major insurances. If you click on this ad, you'll get a discount on your first appointment. You can check out our website at cfc4health.com, or you can Google Columbia Family Chiropractic. That's cfc4health.com.
So has there been things that he's said to you behind the scenes that you're like, oh man, that was so funny? Or
You mean
maybe the opposite, where it was like he said something funny on the show and then he was like, why did they cut that from there?
Well, honestly, I don't totally know what they cut. This is a lot of things people don't understand. Like when they come to your hometown, the production crew, which is much smaller than most people think, it's like 5 people. It's super casual.
Right.
Not a big, huge, you don't go on location or anything. They come to you and actually film you in your hometown. But when they would take Tanner for the dates, the show plans the dates. The participants do not plan the dates. The dates are pre-planned, prearranged by production. They took him. Like, we might help him get ready, but he'd be gone, so I don't really know what they filmed.
No kidding.
So, and this is another thing a lot of people don't know, and it's literally like gives you a heart attack. We do not see the show till the public sees the show. No pre-editing, no.
And they're unfiltered. I mean, they could.
Have you met them? Hello. This is autism, baby. Like, if it's in, it's out. Yeah.
Tanner could be like, my mom walks around.
Right. My mom cusses all the time. No. But no, I can remember when season 2 came out. It was like a January 19th or something. I remember my girls and I, we woke up, we set our alarms for like 5 a.m. I was like, get up. And we all were in our beds on FaceTime going fast forward to his parts. I was like, oh my God, what did they show of him? But it's scary, but I will give a huge shout out to Kian O'Cleary, who's the producer, director, creator of the show. He's incredibly thoughtful. He's incredibly compassionate. He's incredibly instinctive with these people. And he genuinely, and him and the entire, when I say him, I mean the entire crew, he really cares about their dignity and the truth being told. And I think that's why the show's resonating, because it's so, so simple.
Yes.
It's simple. It's not overproduced. It's not glossy. It's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not perfect, which I think is what people are sick of. So I think that's why it's hitting.
Yeah. And I love, it's just, I love that they say what's on their mind. Like, you just always know where they're at.
Yes, you do.
It's just amazing to me, because I think of like going on dates and being like, all right, that was in my head, but
I would never have said it.
Never would say
And I love the way they're so sure, like when they don't like you.
Yes.
Like, they're like, no.
Yep.
You're nice, but no. Mm-hmm. And it's you never have to wonder.
It's great. Now, having cameras around, was that like
bizarre,
obviously
bizarre for like normal, average people who've never been around a camera?
Yes.
I mean, we had never. I mean, I love social media and always had social media, but more as a, like anybody, just as a way to like share with your family and friends and kind of see what's going on and look at fashion and whatever. Didn't really give it a lot of thought. Certainly knew nothing about like truly creating. And Tanner had like, I don't know, 150, 200 followers. That was strictly, we posted his life events. Yep. So, out of town family could see what he was up to. Yep. And he himself didn't care much about it at all. So to suddenly like I am still to this day just amazed how incredibly well Tanner did with it. Like, he was unreal. Like, and he's autistic. I mean, like, change is hard. New situations are hard. Sometimes he has auditory processing disorder. Sometimes understanding what people are wanting takes an extra beat for him.
Yes.
He was just, and again, kudos to the crew for being really, really gentle and patient and willing to retake and willing to explain and example. But he was just so patient, because I mean, and I wasn't on much at all, but the little bit that I was, gotta admit, that's hard. Could you walk through that door again? Could you walk? We want to get it from this side. We want to get it from the top. We want to get. Could you say that again? Could you stand here in this very abnormal place and have this conversation and act natural though? And you're like, I would never talk to him here, So some of those things about it It's not scripted, but there's no way they can do it completely, spontaneous. That would be a documentary.
What about the outfits? Like, were they saying to your husband, you need to wear like a tighter shirt?
He was
show
never
off
on
your
camera.
arms?
He
Okay.
was never on the show. He only filmed for season 3, and his part did get cut. So I don't.
He was furious.
I don't know. Maybe Kean
'Cause
was
he just
intimidated.
finished.
I don't know. Or maybe they just didn't want to put all that on camera. No, but the only thing they were picky about was patterns, just because the way the camera would pick it up. They really gave you no direction as far as fashion or dressiness, or they were like, where would you like it? Just can't be a pattern. Wow. So yeah, that was it. That was pretty open.
Now, who manages just Tanner overall with all these things, and you do all that?
Not all. We do have a manager in California.
Yeah.
As far as brand deals and any kind of paid opportunities, speaking engagement, I would have no idea. I would.
What do you charge?
What are you worth? What does that?
Right.
And what does that even mean? I would have had no clue. So she's been invaluable. She actually also works with Connor and Madison and
nice.
James, and she only she has other clients too, but she only represents people with disabilities, which I love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because she's super, super particular about who we work with and how he's treated, how his name and likeness are used. And, she's just really protective of him, which we appreciate. But as far as the day-to-day creation, editing, posting, planning, that's 90% me and about 10% Midge. And obviously Tanner. I mean, you know what I mean? But it would be beyond his scope to mastermind and come up with all of it. But it's obviously it's him. You know what I mean? It's got to be him behind the camera. And he loves it because he actually gets to do the fun part. We come up with the ideas, and we usually lay out ideas for the next 2 weeks. Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like that song? Do you like that trend? Do you think that's funny? And we do that. And then we've started kind of getting into it, which his audience seems to love, little continuing series like Tanner Tries, where he goes and tries something new, or Tanner's Tasty Table, where he cooks because he loves to cook. And we do very simple recipes, but it's been such a hit. And people, and if you think about it from his perspective, cooking is learning. Cooking is social. Cooking is emotional. Cooking is so many learning things. So we've always used cooking as a way to help him learn since he was a tiny, tiny little boy, and he loves to cook and he loves to eat. So it's been a good one.
Yeah. And so when you guys are going out as a family now, he's probably getting noticed and recognized. And you're probably getting recognized too now.
Yeah. Although it's very, I don't know. It's just so, it's so emotional for us. And when he was first diagnosed, when Tanner first started displaying signs of not completely normal development, one of the biggest things with him was that he had a lot of sensory issues, and he was just very disorganized.
Right.
Thankfully, he always had language. He could always talk.
Yeah.
He quit acquiring language at the normal rate. You guys are dads, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So y'all know how that explosion happens between 2 and 4. He kind of didn't have that, but he didn't lose what he had, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? He could talk, but he quit acquiring it at the normal rate. And he was very just kind of all over the place. He was very flaily. He had a lot of stems, a lot of unusual body movement. He did handstands. He craved pressure.
Really?
He would crash into things. So we bought a trampoline. We bought a crashing pad.
Yeah,
we had a swing from the ceiling in the playroom so he could get all that movement that he craved. And one of his other biggest things that was hard was eye contact. He would not look at people. And it was heartbreaking to me. He would look at us, but he really, really struggled. And we worked so hard because if you can't look at people, you can't truly read, you can't read nonverbals, you can't really communicate as fully. So we worked for a long, long time on look at me and getting him just to engage with people outside of the family. So that was a long way to say, for me as his mother, I used to sit and cry in the kitchen while he's doing therapy upstairs. And I'm hearing the girls saying, no, Tanner, come back. Tanner, come here, honey. Come here, buddy. Look at me. And now we walk in a restaurant and 20 people come up and he's like, hey, I'm Tanner. How are you? He has the best eye contact of anybody I know. And he's so confident because he's so does in the most beautiful way. He does not care what anyone thinks. He is who he is. He is confident. And I'm I feel like I'm watching a miracle every day. I could give a rip if any of the rest of us get recognized. It's not it's just the miracle of it. And the fact that he loves people so much and he genuinely doesn't mind. Like people ask me all the time, oh, is he stressed? Is he anxious? I'm like, no, he gets anxious when he has downtime. He gets OCD and anxious when he's bored.
Yes.
But stimulation and people and plans and being, pretty scheduled is actually really healthy for him. And I also always notice like, the more he talks and interacts and has to deal with novel situations and novel people, that's the tough thing for somebody with auditory processing, the better and sharper his conversational skills get. And the better his ability to handle unexpected changes in conversation, changes in, the expected behavior of another person. He's getting so much better at it. He's grown. It's unbelievable. When I think about the boy that was sitting in that first interview in season 2, and the young man that got up and presented an Emmy last September, I'm like, my man has made some strides.
Yeah,
he has made some strides. So it really, like for us, I think of it as such a gift that people love him. And I'm just like, what more? I worried that he would never have a friend. And now he has 3.2 million followers. I'm like, people like him. And and it's because he's been genuinely, authentically who he is. Because what you see is what you get. And people that meet him are always like, oh, wow, he's really just like that. Like, yep, he is.
Have you found, like, that's what I kind of think. If you found that people connect to just that,
they love it.
Yeah.
They love it. And my girls and I really noticed this, particularly in like comment threads and stuff, on some of maybe his more serious videos or the ones that might be a little more emotional. I think there are so many people out there that are just so lonely and so looking for connection and so looking for just authenticity that's why these people, Tanner and the other cast and everyone in that, is just, they're really resonating right now because they just really are who they are.
Yes.
And there's one thing Tanner cannot do, and I think this is a gift from God. Tanner cannot manipulate.
Yeah.
He can't manipulate. Like he doesn't think like that. Like he cannot manipulate a situation to get what he wants. And I think that is a gift from the Lord. Like literally, he is true. Now, I'm not saying he would never tell a little white lie. Like, like when I said, okay, don't eat any of those cookies, they're for company. And he did. Yeah, he might lie about that. But he's not going to like see a situation, think of a desired outcome, realize who he has to kind of talk to get his way. He's not going to do that. He is never going to do that. And he's also very, like, we always say Tanner can read a room. And, like, if he doesn't like someone, I trust him. Because he likes almost everybody. And he will engage with anyone. But if he has, like, a bad vibe from somebody.
Spidey senses.
He does.
Ooh, give us an example.
I get that one.
I can't. Okay, I'll keep it very general. There was a person from my husband's past that he had not seen in a long time. Tanner, for whatever reason, was very cold to this person when we were in an interaction. I'm gonna keep it real general. Yeah. We were just at an event at this, and for whatever reason, Tanner kept just not wanting. This person kept pursuing him, and he kept pulling away and like not wanting to be in the same room. And looking at the overall, the fruit of that person's life, he was right. Wow. He was right. But he didn't know him. He had no context. He had no reason to believe anything. But his innate reaction was to be like, you're not for me.
When Randy's in a room sometimes.
Right, that happens.
I get what Tanner's picking up.
I think sometimes with animals too, they can sense things that you don't really know.
Yeah. That's so crazy because we always say Tanner has that kind of like, he reads energy like an animal, but it's raw. And I'm not comparing him to an animal because, oh my God, we could go on a whole tangent about that because people used his line from season 2 where he said, Kate, you're so cute and beautiful. People use that as their animal. And there's a whole population on the internet that just thought that was the most awful thing in the world. Tanner loved it. He thought it was hilarious. Like, because there are all these dogs and horses and cats, like, apparently like lip syncing to his words. And he loves animals. He adores them. He didn't take it that way at all. But he is an energy reader. He can read energy. And that's like another thing that I think is such a misconception about autism is that all autistic people are super inward and they don't connect with others' emotions. Oh my gosh, Tanner's like my walking conscience outside my body. Because like if I'm behaving badly or if I'm like in a bad mood or snapping, he will lose it. Like he will get very anxious and upset. So I'm always like, I better keep my shit together when Tanner's around because he's going to let me know if I'm not.
That is true. I've been wondering that
Yeah.
if there's any specific things that he's told people that you're just like, oh, I wish he did not tell them that.
Not so much about like our family personal things, but which I'm trying to think, but I will say, and anyone listening to this who's talked to him in person is going to start laughing. He's very, very, very OCD, and it goes in tangents. Like we're on a topic, and that topic might last of interest. It might last for 2 months. It might last for 5 years. He'll get on a certain word. Like for a long time, it was cool and unique. He wanted to talk about cool and unique, and he would find a way to weave cool and unique into every conversation. Do you think that's cool? Do you think that's unique? Would you say that's unique? And to people who didn't know him, they'd say, oh, look at him with the vocabulary, you know?
Yeah.
But we would be laughing because we'd be like, my homie is stimming on that word. He just wants to say unique. You know, he doesn't really care what you think. But he does, sometimes he gets OCD on topics that aren't always socially appropriate. And I'm not saying like anything like dirty, but like maybe questions you just shouldn't walk up and ask a random stranger, like maybe things about religion or beliefs. And he'll be, the way his brain works, he cannot turn it off. So we've also had to do with this much larger public space, a lot of talking about, you know, you've got to understand that when you meet all these people from all over the world, everybody has different belief systems. Everybody's from a different cultural background. He's been to Thailand. He's been to Mexico. I mean, he's been all over. I'm like, you know, you need to really approach people with grace and openness. And there's certain things we don't just hit people with the minute because he will. I mean, he'll just like, boop, you know, like, tell me everything. Blah, blah, blah.
So is he? I guess is he mostly met with kindness? I would imagine, or are there still
98% of the time. I was 99, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, I would say yes.
But not like pick. That's what I was wondering: is people picking on him, or are there?
No, and you know he was really blessed. I guess he was fairly protected. The school settings that he was in were pretty small and pretty intimate. You know what I mean? Like everybody knew everybody. He was just kind of Tanner. And, you know, everybody in our small hometown knew that he had autism. It wasn't a shock to anyone. They had known us through the diagnostic process. And I was like our small St. Matthews, our small community of St. Matthews, which shout out, St. Matthews is full of wonderful people. It really is. I will never be able to thank the people in that area for the way they embraced him and loved him and cheered him on. And long before Love on the Spectrum. I mean, when he graduated high school, when he got accepted to Clemson Life, when he graduated Clemson Life. I mean, people in our area DMing me like, I cried watching his graduation video. Oh my God, I've been, you know, watching y'all work with him all these years. So our community has always loved him. And we've always loved them back for that. Like he knows, like we walk in our little local restaurants, he knows everybody. He knows the manager. He knows the waitresses. He knows everybody. The Tanner, you know. So he's always been like that. He's been very blessed in that way. He's had a very positive life.
Yep, love that. Tell us more. Yeah, tell us about the Clemson program. So I didn't know that was a thing. And
where have you been?
What
are you doing? No, wait, are you a Gamecock? What's going on?
Well, I guess we cheer for him here.
I'm totally kidding. No, there is actually the same program at Carolina.
Here?
There's a Carolina Life. There's one at Winthrop. There's one at Coastal.
No kidding.
There's about to be, well, you know, the Lantern Hotel here in Columbia that just opened up. It was built for the Carolina Life, essentially graduates.
That's
because
cool.
they're just like the Shepherd in Clemson where Tanner works, they're going to employ 30% people with disabilities, which is amazing. But Clemson Life stands for Learning is for Everyone. It is a certificate program for young adults with disabilities so they can have a collegiate experience. And it's a 2-year program for everyone. 3rd and 4th year are by invitation only. Most of them end up doing all 4. Some choose to only do 2 because it's just what's right for them. But the big difference with Clemson Life and a lot of the other life type programs is that the residential component. They live on campus.
Yes.
And it was, Tanner got accepted. He graduated high school in 2017, took a year off, had 2 jobs in our community, which was an incredibly important year of growth and skills acquisition. That was a huge year for him. And we were working on the application. He got accepted and went in fall of 2018. He was 19, turning 20. And when we got that acceptance, March of 2018 in the mail, I remember I felt like all the blood left my body, I'm like, he's going to leave my house.
Right.
He's going to go live somewhere without me. He'd been like to my sisters, my mom spent the night, but always with a sibling.
Sure.
He'd been to camp, a church camp, though Midge went with him. Some friends of ours were the counselors. Like I knew somebody had him, you know, and he never really spent the night with a friend, you know, nothing. And he's going to college. He's going to Clemson University and living on campus. And it was just the most miraculous, crazy thing. Honestly, it was bigger than Love on the Spectrum. I mean, it really was because he earned that. And I don't mean to, I'm not downplaying Love. That was an incredible gift, but that was sort of a stroke of luck. Honestly, it is.
Sure.
But Clemson Life, we worked for that. He worked to get there.
Yeah.
And it's highly competitive. There's so many applicants every year. And they have 40 participants. They might be pushing toward 50 now. I know the goal was 50. I'm honestly not quite sure if they're there yet. But the first 2 years, it's all about like learning to manage your life. Like their math class is like learning to use your debit card, learning to tip. What are taxes? What
Stuff that I wish they taught us.
Hello. Everybody
all
needs
need
to
to
go
know
to
that.
Clemson Live. Every college freshman should have to go through a live program.
Right.
And they earn their privileges. Like everybody starts at level 1, and then you earn level 2, then you earn level 3, and that directly correlates to freedom, visitors, that kind of thing. They teach them to navigate campus. They teach them washing clothes, ironing clothes, grocery shopping, just all the basics. They have a social skills class, a relationships class, a cooking class, and then they do one leisure course with the general student body, which is just, and the culture at Clemson, I did not go to Clemson, but I definitely drank the Kool-Aid when my kids went there because the culture at Clemson is so unbelievably positive and kind to these young people. And we laughed when Tanner was first on Love on the Spectrum. You have to do psychological evaluations every so often, all by Zoom.
Yeah.
But we had to do one of our first ones, and this sweet young gal, she gets on the phone or on the call, and she's like, "Okay, Tanner, now you know they filmed you where you work at the Shepherd Hotel, so people know where you work, and people are probably going to come in. They're going to recognize your face. They're going to know your name. Is that going to upset you? And do we need to talk about that or make provisions for you at work? Is that going to be okay?" He looked at her like, he goes, "I'm in Clemson Live." He was like. He's like, "What are you talking about? Everybody knows who I am. I'm totally famous." Like, all of us in Clemson Life are the coolest people on there. And they are.
That's
like, when
great.
you're walking downtown Clemson and you see somebody from the Life program, they're getting high-fived. Everybody knows their name. A couple of them are always singing karaoke at TDs. I mean, they run that town.
That's great.
And so that kind of honestly really set him up very nicely for the public attention because that's how Clemson treats them. And they protect those young people, and they love them and champion them. So we are forever grateful, and that's honestly like a really huge push of when Tanner and I public speak, what we're trying to, and the word is always spreading. I mean, they don't need us to do it, but I feel like he's a good walking, breathing example of what can happen from these programs. There needs to be one in every college, in every city, in every country, because it's so much more than just the individual. It's the trickle out to the family. And then you make these people employable. The second 2 years of the program, junior, senior, is more about employment. And they do internships, which then leads to part-time employment, which then leads to full-time employment. And they actually get paid. Cool. And, I mean, it's hard to describe to somebody. Like, when you have a young adult, I think any autism parent or any disability parent will relate to me. You're sitting there biting your nails off going, what are we going to do when the school years are over? Like, now our time is occupied. Now we're structured. Now we have a purposeful activity every day. What's going to happen when school's over? Where are they going to go?
Right.
Like, if they can't get a job, what are we going to do? Yeah. And it's such an employable population. I do not know why employers are not. They're starting to. It's happening.
Yeah.
And Tanner, I feel like, is kind of on the forefront of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, that to me is the reason why all this happened for him. So he can be the face of that. So he can be like, this is what's possible when people believe in you and invest in you and give you a chance. Because if you look at Tanner on paper, he probably shouldn't be where he is. Like, if you just took his test scores and said, okay, this is how we're going to predict outcomes for this man, you would never believe he's doing what he's doing. But he can do it if he's invested in correctly. And so can all of his friends, and they're proving it. So it's so cool. But yeah, Clemson Life, 20 out of 10. Highly recommend.
That's amazing.
It is.
Is there still, does he still do therapy or any coaching or anything?
He has not in the last couple of years. However, all of this attention and all of this public speaking and all of obviously content creation, we have realized certain things that just, Tanner's very like in his day-to-day life, in his world, where he's totally confident and everything is set up for him and his visual schedules are up and he's in his own apartment. Oh, he functions incredibly highly. But we've had so many novel situations, and I've really realized, wow, some of the communication deficits with his language disorder are still really prevalent. And I'm shocked how well he manages. He's incredible. The coping mechanisms that he's come up with on his own. But that's a goal for this year, is to go back and do some more speech therapy. And Mark and I obviously are both really into physical fitness, and he's been so busy. We've kind of gotten out of the routine. He used to road bike with us. I mean, he'd go out and ride 40 miles. It was like nothing. Really? He ran cross country in high school. We had him on a really, not super strenuous, but a really regular workout routine before all this hit. It was so good for him. Makes all the difference in the world. So to me, like, movement is therapy. So that's another goal for this year, is to get him back into like some much more structured, regular workouts, because it does wonders for his overall peace, helps with his anxiety, which is definitely his Achilles heel, and just overall functioning, for sure.
And so as soon as he went off, you had all this extra time on your hands. I'm curious what happened. Like, were you always really fit before, and then you started working out like crazy, or were you did you start reading, or what? Like,
no,
what did you do?
Honestly, well, he's second of 4. So when he left, I still had 2 at home. So I wasn't like,
still parenting.
I was still parenting. And actually, the year he left for college was Madeline Midge. It was her senior year in high school. And it was Maverick's 8th grade year. So that was really special, honestly, to know that Tanner was like well cared for, being challenged, being, supervised, and everything was great for him, and he was safe. And to be able to really focus on their senior and 8th grade years was so fun. And then, of course, we had all of high school with Mav after that. And so that was kind of cool, because he's our surprise baby. He's a weekend away in Charleston baby. Like, oh, God, my husband's too chicken to get a vasectomy baby. He's that baby. So we had his high school like alone with him, which was so fun, because he'd always been like the 4th of 4, keeping up with the crowd. And then everybody else had left. And we never thought Tanner would leave. But he did leave. Yeah. And so then there we were with Mav, and it was so fun.
Hey friends, we all know life is busy. You don't have the time to spend half the day at the dealership. McDaniel's now offers Yes to Go in under 60 minutes. You can even start online from home. When you arrive, your wheels are already in motion. Work your deal your way with paperless digital documents. It's full transparency right from the start with no pressure. A couple of signatures and go.
Yes, that easy.
The quick convenience of Yes to Go. It's more of the McDaniel's difference.
And yes, to answer your question about the fitness stuff, I really don't know how that all happened, because people that knew me in high school, I never played a sport. I was never a cheerleader. My dad raised horses. And I did a lot of physical work. I was always like a hard worker. I knew how to be physical, but I just never did. My parents didn't encourage it, didn't really offer it. Went to a bigger high school, more competitive, never did any of that. My interest in physical fitness was really my surroundings, friends I made as I got to be an adult. I made really good friends with some marathon runners. I made some friends with some fitness instructors. They just rubbed off on me. And one thing and then I met and married Mark. And, if you're going to marry Mark, you got to.
Let's talk about Mark.
Let's talk about Mark.
What do
you want to know about Mark?
We waited so long to get to Mark.
Let's talk about Mark.
Well, I've been thinking about the DMs that you guys are probably getting now. Who gets more inappropriate DMs, you or your husband?
Okay, I do not look into his phone. He hands it to me. I know his passcode. I really don't look at his DMs. That's a great idea. I need to go look at his.
That makes it a good podcast for you.
I'll come back after I read the DMs.
I want a list of like the most 10 unhinged.
No, it's more like the comments, and honestly, I think they're so funny. I am dying laughing. But the really funny part is that Mark could give what about social media. He uses it to follow like the things that he's interested in, whatever hobby. Because obviously you just had Rachel, and so you know about the Enneagram. Yeah. Mark is the 8th 8 that ever aided on this earth. Whoa. He is the challenger. He is the leader. He is. Whatever he's doing 200%. When I met him, he had just finished competitive water skiing. Then it was golf. Then it was airplanes, and airplanes lasted for a long time. Airplanes was like actually flying them. And of course, we couldn't just fly them. We had to get instrument rated. We had to build an airship in front of our house. We have a hangar.
Way.
Oh yeah, when I was pregnant with Tanner, so yeah, 27 years ago. We did that for 15 years. And, we had to fly a twin engine. We had to fly across country because we couldn't just like fly. Yeah. No, we had to fly. We had to be big. So we did that. And then it went into, and the bodybuilding was like always there. That was like always the baseline thing. Like that never went away. So we're doing that. And then we kind of got sick of flying. It was too much sitting. It was too inactive. Then he got into like competitive like triathloning.
Yeah.
So he starts mountain biking and he starts, you know what a surf ski is?
No.
It's a long, skinny kayak. Mostly for the ocean, but they do it on lakes and stuff. And it's this incredibly hard to maneuver, tiny little boat. I mean, like you got to be really fit and strong just to hold the boat up. So he gets into this triathloning world. Well, then that's not enough. So he starts selling the kayaks, the surf skis, and he's importing them. I'm not kidding. Yeah. He's importing them from Czechoslovakia and Canada and selling them with a partner out of Charleston. He's all over the country kayaking and doing his thing. But then he kind of got sick of that. And so then he started road biking. So he's done 5 century rides, 100-mile rides. Wow. So for a while then he was pretty lean. He was smaller because he was like riding and he was more in the cardio end. Yeah. And then he got sick of that. And now my youngest son is a competitive target shooter, like sporting clays.
Oh, really?
Maverick goes to Montreat. Yeah. He is my only not Clemson child. He got a scholarship to Montreat College near Asheville, North Carolina to shoot. So now that's like father-son heaven. You know what I mean? Like bonding over the shooting and the competitiveness of that. And that it's very technical. Yeah. So that's the latest kick. And we're in the gym. Yeah, because everyone's been you're gone all the time. You're with Tanner. Aren't Mark and Maverick so lonely? I'm like, Mark and Maverick are shooting guns, lifting weights, and cooking steaks. Yeah. What are you talking about? They're like living every guy's dream.
That's amazing.
So that's Mark is a lot. Mark is intense. He's great.
So he wakes up. Does he go straight to gym?
No, he's actually a nighttime workouter.
Oh, really?
Which is bizarre to me. Like I'm a morning.
Like later in the night, like 7?
No, I would say like after work.
Okay.
And then he likes to come in and eat and be still. But he is an early bird. His eyes pop open like 4 to 5.
No
he
alarm.
Is a coffee. Oh no, no alarm. He's a coffee addict.
Love that.
I mean, like starts the day at least half a pot. Potential. Yes. I'm not kidding. Potentially a full pot. Doesn't eat.
Tom can do that all day.
Yeah, he's very carnivore-ish. Like he's not true carnivore, but he's close.
Yeah.
If he eats anything, he's going to eat a bunch of meat first thing in the morning, and then that's going to hold him for a long time. And then he'll eat some more meat like early afternoon. He's a farmer. He works hard. He works outside. He's also a pharmacist. He owned a pharmacy for 20-something years. Yeah. I know. Wow. He's crazy. So, but he decided he wanted to be full-time farm with his dad in 2020. He went back full-time and sold the pharmacy. And he works all day, and then he's going to hit the gym every day that he's not too exhausted to do
after
it.
Farming,
and he's going to do arms every 3rd day, whether they need them.
No matter what.
I like that.
His arms are the size of my legs.
They look good.
Big.
How do they feel like when you?
They're really hard.
Yeah. Oh wow! I wasn't expecting that answer.
The arms. You asked.
Well, what about his outfits when he's in the triathlon?
Okay.
Did you think
I
didn't know that his legs?
Really?
Like,
this is funny, and I can rip on him because it's on Tanner's social media. You can go find it.
Okay, nice.
He competitively bodybuilt all during college and just post. So he had to work legs, obviously.
Yeah.
Hated legs. Hated him. He has not touched. Every once in a blue moon, he'll get on like a kick and do legs for like 6 weeks, and then his little legs are that big. His butt is that big. It's tiny. It's so funny. Maverick and I rip on him all the time. We're like, you're going to look great in your wheelchair. He'll have huge arms pushing that wheelchair. No, he can take it.
Was that how when you first met him?
Because he had just come off of his last show. He had just come off of his last show. Yes.
So you were just like, that guy is just
honestly. Okay, this is crazy. So Mark's 5 years older than I am.
Okay.
So he went to pharmacy school at USC. I had moved to South Carolina. This is a little confusing. Stay with me. Because my sister, I have 3, but my second sister, who is 10 years older than I am, had come to South Carolina with her fiance, who is Mark's age. Okay, so the guys are 5 years older than me and 5 years younger than my sister. She's a cradle robber. Okay, all right. So they're living in Columbia. Mark becomes best friends with my future brother-in-law. who is my sister's fiance at the time. They just click.
Wow.
They're just like best buddies in pharmacy school. They're, classmates. They're just doing in the same fraternity, having a large time. So I actually met Mark when I was 16. I'm coming down to spring break to Hilton Head, Myrtle Beach, whatever, with my sister, just to come to South Carolina because I'm going to get out of Illinois. Who doesn't want to get out of Illinois?
Good
Horrible.
point.
So it's right. So I actually met Mark, but I didn't think he's 5 years older than me. He's in college. I'm in high school. He's like my brother-in-law's friend.
License.
Right. I'm like a little girl. I'm not thinking about it. And my sister was friends with his girlfriend at the time. So then after high school, fast forward, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I was like, well, if I go to South Carolina, work for a year, at least my sister's there. It's a more fun location. If anything goes wrong, my sister and I are very close. There's a safety net. I'm thinking I'm being smart. So I got a nanny job in Columbia, lived in Columbia.
Nice.
My sister was there, and Mark was recently single at that time. And my sister kept telling me, Mark is my favorite out of all Mike's friends. You need to go out with Mark. He's the best guy. He's such a quality guy. I'm like, nah, I'm not that attracted to Mark. I don't want to go. She kept hounding me. She's like, no. I'm like, Muscle Man Mark? She's like, yeah, Muscle Man Mark. You need to go out with him. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I want to go out with Kevin. And then finally, but I did. And so that never happened. And finally, I don't even know why. There was just some group outing to a Japanese restaurant, and Mark was there and I was there. It wasn't so much a formal date, but it was just like a group outing. And we all were there, but everybody else was in a couple.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like sitting together, like, and we knew each other.
Yeah.
We weren't like, we weren't close friends. And I was like, he's actually really nice. I was like, he's actually like very thoughtful and like very smart and funny. And I really enjoyed the time. Yeah. But he left that night. I didn't think anything
Nothing
of it.
magical.
No, not like any big, and I didn't have any expectation. He goes, hey, I'm going to call you sometime. And I didn't think he would.
Yeah.
And I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. Sure. And then he did. And I was like, oh, well, look at there.
Man of his word.
He was. And so we went out alone. And the first thing I liked about Mark, number one, was confidence. All the guys out there, confidence, had nothing to prove.
But he had massive arms.
True, that does help.
I feel like the bigger your arms, you just naturally get confident.
But like in a way of like, didn't talk about himself. And like, I mean, like he was happy to tell me things, but he wasn't like trying to show me anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was just like, okay, yeah, this is where I'm from. These are my family, blah, blah, blah. This is what I like to do. And we're talking. And I also really noticed the way he ate. Mark's a very Southern gentleman.
Or like
mannerly. Like he's a great cook. And just like not dainty, but like clean. And like the way he like cut he's very like intentional. Like he always like prepares his plate. He still does this day. Yeah. And I was like, okay. He's like got great manners. He's very clean, huge arms. He's very nice and polite. I like this guy.
I love that you saw how he prepares.
Literally, how he like prepares. It was so impressive. And I was like watching him. And he like very gentlemanly, like waited on me to eat first, get the door. Like he was, he's just very Southern. And I wasn't used to guys like that. I'm from Illinois. Again. But yeah, so that was the initial. And we were not romantic. We did a lot together for like 2 months, like a long time.
Like a friendship.
Like going to the grocery store, he kind of introduced me to working out. I was doing fitness classes, but he introduced me to like the gym. Yeah. And we started working out together a little bit, talking about that. But he had just come off of a big relationship. I had too. And I remember he said to me, the next girl that I tell her I love her, that's who I'm going to marry. Yeah. He said, I'm not saying it again till I know that's who I'm going to marry. So when he said it, I was like, okay, I know it's coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so would you just dump a bunch of food on your plate, just like mess it around?
What are you going to do?
She's using her fingers like.
I'm like.
He's like, oh,
I think I'm not rude, but I was like, he was just very, I don't know. It was something about it. And I still, like, he's the best cook. I can cook fine, but he's a great cook.
Nice.
He's a really good cook. So I still prefer that he cooks food because we know the whole family does because it's going to be better if Dad makes it. So we kind of have a deal. Like I get it, prep it, defrost, whatever, and I clean it up. And I'll do the sides and stuff, but he usually does like the main protein or whatever.
And then how did the first kiss come? Because once you've been friend zoned,
it's a weird
really
thing
hard
when
to
you're
get out.
friending and you're neither one like positive. I actually asked him, I'm like, are you gonna do it? Like we were like talking by the car, like after like the 8th or 9th or I don't know, like a lot of dates. And I was like, so are you ever going to kiss me? Like, let's go. Like, come on, let's see how this is. And like, then that was that.
Fireworks.
That was good. That was great. It was great. It was like, okay, yeah. I was like, all right. Now.
Does he ever go facial hair? Is he like a facial hair guy? Or?
Every once in a blue moon in the
Yeah.
fall, and I wish he would. I love it. I like
Yes.
facial hair.
Yes.
I know.
Mustaches
I heard the
especially.
conversation about the mustache. It's working on you though.
Thank you.
I like it.
I was gonna tint it a little bit for you, but then I just thought go
well,
natural.
now if Mark did, now it'd be totally gray. He's really
Yeah.
grayed a lot in the last few years, but that's not a bad thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good with it. Yeah.
I keep saying it's just like a wisdom thing.
Exactly. It makes you distinguish. Yeah, you're carrying a lot of years of experience.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
What's he put in his coffee? Is he just a black coffee?
No.
guy?
Gotta be black.
He's a
What?
sugar-free creamer and sweetener.
He doesn't.
He is
sugar-
not afraid of a
What?
chemical. He's a pharmacist.
He likes.
Not
it.
afraid of a chemical. Yeah. Yeah. He will sweeten it up. He does not care. He's not
doesn't
worried about
care.
aspartame. No.
Really?
Nope. He's weirdly like super healthy, but also not.
Yeah.
He's like a camel. He doesn't drink water. He hates water. He drinks Crystal Light. For a long time, he drank Diet Mountain Dew. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually way more like health conscious
Yeah.
about that type of thing. But he is stringent with like his food. I've never seen somebody so disciplined in my life. He can literally turn anything down if he's in the mode. But now if he wants it and it's a day where he'll eat all of it and he doesn't care. But on the day to day, he's an extremely particular and he's very thoughtful about what he puts in his body.
Nice.
He
What
is.
kind of farming do you guys do, or he does?
Cucumbers, peanuts,
Oh.
and cotton.
No animals.
No animals. No, this is all crops. Yes.
Okay.
And his grandfather started the farm. And then Mark's dad took it over, probably like late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And Mark, like I said, has been a partner in the farm all of our married life, but came back full-time in 2020. He owned the pharmacy and ran the pharmacy and was a third partner in the farm with his dad and his brother for all of our married life until a few years ago. And now he just does the farm and he loves it. So yeah, so he's very.
He's got some proud cucumbers he's done, huh?
Yeah, go back on Tanner's page. There's the coolest cucumber video.
Really?
You can see, and the peanut video is pinned to the top of his page. It's very educational. Like if you kind of wonder like how those things get to your grocery, you can find out on Tanner's page.
Peanuts.
So boiled peanuts aren't a thing in Canada.
Okay,
But they are
You're
here.
Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stop it! How
So
did I not know this?
You thought he was gay the whole time.
No,
I was
knew
trying
he's
not to
'cause
put
he
off
has
the vibe
kids.
to
He
you.
says something about supply.
Oh, that all comes together. You're
Yep.
Canadian. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. You're Canadian.
So the first time we tried boiled peanuts, my brothers came from
Right.
Canada. So this is like 6 months ago.
What did you think?
Well,
They're not a thing in Illinois
so we were at-
either. I was
No,
like, what is
I
this?
grew up-
Never seen it. We were at the
Me neither.
Fireflies game.
Yeah.
And this guy like insisted on giving us some from
Right.
the stand. And we're like, no, we don't know what that is. He's just like, oh yeah, take some. It's the
take
end of
some.
the game. And so we all just like took them and just put them all in our mouth.
You're crunching the shell.
Yeah, so we had like a mouthful of shells, and we're like, "Oh, this isn't good." And the guy just stared at us like, "What?
no,
you
dude.
guys are disgusting." We didn't crack it. We just put it all in our mouth.
That's funny.
And so
That's
now I
funny.
don't know like how I would even go about having another one.
I
You
know.
just have like a soft peanut and you break it, and then
Well, when you boil them, they get soft, and then normally you could just take your fingernail and just kind
Plop
of
'em out.
crush, and then you just
Yeah.
like suck them out of there. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Like I'm not like a boiled peanut, like have to have them every time I see them. Some people really love them, but I mean they're good.
Yeah.
and salty. Yeah.
yeah.
If you're a salty person.
Does Mark do anything? Like, does he do any of that? Or
Yeah.
he just kind of grows them?
What's really fun is like people will call us and like peanuts normally harvest like if it's an early year, end of August, if it's a later year, September.
Yeah.
And the week or two before they're ready to be picked, people will come with their pickup trucks and and Mark will take the machine out, flip over just a couple rows, and people will be out there with their pitchforks, just fill in the beds of their trucks, and they'll go home and have a peanut boil.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun to watch people. And like when the cucumbers are being picked, they have these huge, they look like transformers. I mean, farm machine now is not what it
Wild,
used to be.
yeah,
It's wild.
yeah.
And they go down the rows. Well, it will spit out any of the cucumbers that are not optimal size. Like the thing can actually sense it.
really?
It'll spit them out on the ground. So we'll have ladies like with their 5-gallon buckets following along behind the picker. You can get a 5-gallon bucket of cucumbers in 5 minutes. Yeah. Like literally. Yeah. We eat enough cucumbers. Oh my God. Every year. We're like,
You guys
No more
pickle people?
oh yeah, we are pickle people.
Gotta be.
And everybody should be a pickle person because we need you to buy the pickles because we're growing them. So get extra pickles even if you don't like them. Put that on my
What
things
is
to
pickle farmer?
eat your pickles whether you like them or not.
What kind of conspiracy theories are you guys into? I'm always curious
Oh
about
my
that.
God. Like that we think are true?
Yeah, or maybe that like something that you'd be like, you know what?
I
Most
can tell you
people think this,
conspiracy
but I
theories
think this.
about us.
No, not those.
Okay,
that'd be great too.
I can tell you that.
Although, that is interesting.
No.
I would like to know those.
I don't know that I'm really into any big conspiracy theories. Okay,
You just
wait,
trust
I take
the
that
government.
back. Hold on. No, I do not trust the government at all. In fact, quite the opposite. Okay, do you guys ever think this on social media? Okay, you know how sometimes you'll have a post that you've like really worked on.
Yes.
Edited, you got the music right, you got the captions right. You're like, yeah, crushed. And it'll go up and just flop.
Yes.
Like do horrible. And then you throw up some piece of crap that you literally just had a thought, whipped your iPhone up. And I'm like, Tanner, you're hilarious. Keep going. Blah, 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 blah. 5 million views later. And people just love it. Do you ever wonder if the algorithm is out there just going like, okay, we haven't been nice to this user for these 10 videos. Boom, let's give them a viral.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. We're not going to give them numbers for 8 videos. Now, give them a viral.
Yeah.
Like when you reach a certain, because it really does feel like that. And I often like, are there real people? Like,
Back
are there real people back there going, no, it's not Tanner's week. We're gonna be nice to him.
Yes.
Like, I really wonder that because I cannot figure it out.
It never
People
makes
are like, oh,
sense.
watch this. None of it makes sense.
None of it.
It's exciting to have a new conspiracy theory that I haven't heard before.
But like, do you ever wonder that?
All my videos go completely
Viral?
viral, so I don't know. No,
You
I
can't
don't.
relate. You
Every
can't
week,
relate
every
at
week
all.
is my week.
No, and it's like it doesn't matter, but I've just always wondered that. And sometimes I wonder too, like, are all the people posting, are they real? Or like,
No.
I mean, I know there's bots, but I'm
Yeah.
like, sometimes I wonder, are these when you get like, 250,000 comments on something, like, are there really 250,000? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
How do you read those?
I don't.
Randy usually
You
looks
can't.
through his 7 comments.
Yeah.
Same on mine. My page, obviously, yes, 5. I mean, my mom, my sister, my best friend from high school.
Yeah, commenters are. I do appreciate commenters
Yeah.
when they say something
Yes.
because it takes a lot of time. They're
It
kind of
does.
putting themselves out there.
They are. It's interesting. No, with like the big posts, I mean, my gosh, you do your best and you really want. And like we always like have Tanner watch, when something goes up and then, because they always say it's very important to respond to the first few and like give that feedback back so the algorithm knows you're real. And so we always are like, okay, we're going to post at such and such time today. And then he'll watch and respond. Yeah. But then he gets busy. He goes to work. You know what I mean? Like he's and he's been so busy. I mean, like he's traveling, he's on a plane, there's unreliable Wi-Fi. So sometimes you just can't get to them all and you feel bad then I'll feel bad. Like if we go back and look at a post and someone asks like a really good question or gave a really good compliment and you're like, oh my God, I didn't acknowledge that. You feel so bad. And we really try really hard with DMs. Like I'll set aside
you
a certain
guys are
amount
the
of time.
ones doing it, right?
Yeah. We'll set aside a certain period of time and I'll be like, okay, Tanner, read these, go through these, answer, or we'll answer for him if it's a question that is okay to do that. You know what I mean? Like if it's not something he personally has to say. But we try really hard. If someone takes the time to DM, I mean, that's like a whole, and then of course we are always monitoring them too, because you never know.
Yeah.
You want to get into Gallup design
we can
build?
get into that.
Okay.
All right. So our guy RB,
Yeah.
I generally like to start with this question.
Okay.
Which one seems like which one are you more into? You like a nice
Which one,
suit?
if I was single, which one would I be more, no.
Or maybe trustworthy.
The t-shirt,
You do?
100% all
Oh,
day.
really?
That's, more me. Yeah. I'm married to a farmer with big arms.
Yeah, that's true. He needs a couple more tattoos too. So he builds custom homes.
I mean, he looks nice in the suit.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
He's just a good-looking guy. He's a good
Yeah.
beard, and you like facial hair.
He has a
lot,
good
too.
beard.
Yeah,
Everything
He's
I've ever
trustworthy.
been. Yeah.
So he builds some of the most beautiful custom homes for the most successful families in the Midlands,
Wow.
and then we have a question box here. So I want you to just take one out.
I wish he
read
was a
it.
Tanner fan.
I haven't asked. Yeah, I haven't asked.
Ask
him.
him.
I think he's kind of like myself and your husband, who just like reality TV
it's not his
isn't.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is a very niche thing too. You either like know about it and you really love it,
Yeah.
or you have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's totally fine, Randy. We're still friends.
Thank you.
Okay, so I just read it.
Yeah, read it
Okay.
out.
If you could build your dream home anywhere, where would it be?
Ooh, you love South Carolina.
Oh, I do.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not. Because you know what? This is going to sound so weird. To me, it's the people that are around you. It's not the location.
Great
You can
answer.
drive to the location.
Great answer.
So quite honestly, I would probably build it. I do love my home. I love our house. We built our house in 2022. Not 2002, sorry, 2002. I love our house. There are things I would do differently with it. I'd probably build it on our property. maybe just on a different spot.
Wow.
I love where we live. I mean, like, okay,
Yeah.
St. Matthews, Charleston's an hour.
Yep.
Columbia's 40 minutes.
Yep.
Greenville's only 2.5. I can be at the beach in an hour and 20. I can be in Jacksonville, Florida. And you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. It's a great location. If I had to pick somewhere else in South Carolina, probably the beach in Charleston, just because Tanner's like a fish and water's really good for him. I'd love to put him on the ocean.
Loves the water.
Yeah, he loves, and it's like therapy for him. So yeah, probably. Although Greenville's pretty great.
Yeah,
I mean, been spending a lot of time up there. Greenville is great.
Yeah.
What's happening in St. Matthews? Like, what? Say I wanted to
Very
visit
little.
It.
You should come and eat at Smoke and Barbecue.
Okay.
And then ride out to the farm. Come on a day when we're
We
harvesting.
do a workout with Mark.
You could do a workout. We have a home gym.
Okay.
Go look at the most recent reel. You can see it.
Yep.
He's in there in the gym. You can come do a workout with Mark, and then he can take you on a cucumber harvesting day and teach you all that. No, it really is cool. It's
Tom
No,
doesn't
All right.
like bugs or dirt, though.
It'll be okay. We'll give you some bugs. Right. Dude, you're on an air conditioned cab. Are you kidding me? Gosh, they're air conditioned. They got Bluetooth. You got music. Whatever you want. We got you a little place for your snacks. You're fine. But no, honestly, what's happening in St. Matthews, and I hope people from St. Matthews hear, because I really mean it, is good people.
Yeah.
Really nice. Not a lot dining and entertainment, but as far as just like good down to their bones, good-hearted, and like
people.
Family values, and just like loving, supporting their neighbors, just really quality people. The kind of people are going to be there when you go in the hospital, or you need a meal brought over, or you have a baby,
A nice casserole.
or somebody passes away. Absolutely. You got casserole people.
Yeah, that's what.
And also people who are just fun to sit and just shoot the shit with and
Yeah.
have a beer on the back porch kind of people.
I feel like your family's like the happiest family. Like I don't know if you guys like trained smiling or something. Like it's permanent.
Oh, we get accused of that all the time, of making Tanner smile. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give him to you for the weekend and then bring him back and tell me if you think we make him. Now, of course, I mean, we're very normal. I mean, like autism took a tremendous toll on our marriage and on all 6 of us. But honestly, I do feel like we're really happy, but we're very grateful. And like, I'm also very aware that happiness is an emotion. It comes and it goes.
Sure.
But I think the thing I'm just most proud of is like, Mark and I will be married 33 years this month. It's just like, it's hard to describe. Like looking back over 33 years and looking at each other and going, oh my God, we did it.
Right.
Like these are 4 nice humans, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they are 4 productive, kind, good-hearted, motivated humans that love each other. And I genuinely enjoy our adult children, and they enjoy us. And like, I'm like, you know, and we're still having fun. You know what I mean? Like we're still curious and wanting to grow ourselves and try new things and learn new things. And life is really good.
That's great.
God, it's just amazing to raise 4 children while your husband's on airplanes, like flying airplanes.
know.
And
Yeah, can we
kayaking
shout out to
all
mom?
over the
Can we
place.
shout out to mom?
Yeah. What in the hell is Mark doing today?
I love that. I'm going to
You
tell
know
my
what?
wife
That would be the best series. What in the hell is Mark up to now? Oh my gosh, I can't wait for him to hear this. But it's very entertaining. I could make a great reel about that. What in the hell has Mark been up to for the last 20 years? Yeah.
Yes.
Or
I think
30 years.
people want to know too. What does that guy do?
You know who wants to know? And this is so funny to me. Men.
Yes.
I mean, he gets flirty comments from women. He does, definitely. Which is
Mainly Randy in his DM. He's like, I hope you
I
don't.
have a few different profiles. Sorry, Mark.
He gets those. But you know who's really fascinated with him is men.
Yes.
And it's so
Yes.
funny. And also, men are very butthurt about the fact that he's 50. He's almost 59. And that his arms are that big. And I'm like, guys, he didn't develop them yesterday. I'm like, he literally started lifting weights when he was 15.
Yeah.
Like, this didn't happen overnight. And like, it hasn't been without like hours of his life doing the things that a lot of people don't want to do. And like
100%.
really stringent eating. He doesn't drink beer. You know what I mean? Like he drinks a lot of bourbon, but he doesn't drink beer. So I mean, but like bourbon's better for your
Any
money.
tobacco? Does he do any nicotine?
He chews. He dips.
Does he do the pouches or he does the raw?
No, raw dip.
Raw.
That's
Also
real
very
farmer.
neat about it though. That's another thing. He's really, really pristine with his dip bottle. Like he's not gross. Like he keeps them in certain areas of the house, certain areas of his truck. He's never nasty with it.
He's never took it. Have you ever taken a swig?
Yes.
That's a classic.
Oh my God. Like one time in the airplane and there's like nowhere to go. Oh, it's
yes.
horrible. Horrible. Because I love Propel water. You know, like Gatorade's Propel
Yeah.
water. I drink it all the time. Like I'm addicted to Propel water. And usually he doesn't use those bottles to spit in, but for whatever reason, he took one of my used Propel bottles.
And did that.
And I'm not looking, I'm reaching down.
It was warm.
warm and
Oh my God.
burned
He's
my
like,
throat. It
"Come
was
on."
the worst.
Yes.
It was the worst. But no, yeah, it's really funny to me. Like he gets a lot of like, just, oh man, tell me your workout routine. What do you eat? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he gets so many. Well, we see who likes the Anavar. We see who's on the trend. Oh yeah, Daddy's got a healthy dose of test going on. And I'm like, are you that threatened? Really? Like, calm down. There's, it's okay. You can have big arms too.
Dude, it's hard. The idea of eating meat for breakfast is
That's
just
hardcore.
hard for me.
After
Like,
coffee.
eggs make sense, but I
No.
know that like eating a lot of
couldn't eat
meat
a
for
steak?
breakfast.
It's so gross.
would
I don't
build
do.
my
I don't do
size.
that. I don't do that. No. I mean, literally, you have to eat so much.
Yeah.
I will tell you though too, like genetics and like body shape. Now, you guys do know that Mark is only 5'8", right? He's not tall.
that.
He's
No,
very
I
short.
Yeah, I like that.
But that
I like
is,
that about him.
but it's huge for. I mean, because if you're
Yeah.
only this
Yes.
tall, where are you going to go?
gotta-
You're going to go out.
Yes.
I
Gotta
mean,
get
if you're
bigger.
6'2", it's a lot harder to get.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at him in person, the way his lats are shaped and the way his chest is shaped is just very conducive. Tanner has that shape.
Oh, yeah.
He really does. Tanner is not in the gym like that, but when Tanner takes his shirt off, I'm like, oh my God, that's your dad.
Yeah.
The lats, it looks just like him.
Yeah.
So funny. So yeah, so I mean, you're like, nobody needs to kill themselves about Mark. A lot of that is like,
Yeah, they just need to eat meat for breakfast.
they do. They need to
work out
drink a half a
multiple
cup of
hours a
coffee. They
day.
need to dip. And they
Yes.
need to eat like 230 grams
Have
of
a lot
protein
of
a
Be
day.
a farmer.
Be a farmer and be really fanatical about your hobbies. You'll be fine. Yeah.
Now, what advice do you have to be a hot grandma?
No.
Like what if somebody? I mean, now that you're a grandma,
I don't know. I should find
what-
one. And I have a friend who's one. Very, very hot grandma. She has like 7 grandchildren and looks like she's 35. I think being a vibrant grandma
Yeah.
is about enjoying your life.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that your body and your mind will do what you expect them to do. I'm a firm believer in that. Like,
Well,
I'm
how
not,
often are you working out? Are you
when I'm home on my normal schedule, 5 or 6 days a week.
nice?
Yeah, I'm doing something. I'm teaching a class. I've really, really, really changed things since I went through menopause, which is another. So okay, now it's not be nice to your spouses when they're in menopause. Be
Looking
nice.
forward to
Be
that.
freaking nice.
Yeah.
Do not be mean to them because it's hard. It's harder than childbirth. Way harder
Whoa.
because there's no like cute baby prize. Your ovaries just quit. Oh, damn. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, there's no baby. But I really think like how you think about yourself
Yeah.
is going to be what you're going to put out. And I'm like, I don't think I shouldn't be able to do anything yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that
Right.
make sense?
Right.
Like,
Stay young in your
like,
mind.
I mean,
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm going to work out. I'm going to do,
Yeah.
and I mean, why would I? And like all this stuff with Tanner has been such an incredible time of growth for me.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden, I mean, we're traveling. I hadn't traveled for years before that. We just didn't have a reason to very much. We had a place at Lake Marion, which is 30 minutes away. I'm like, why would I travel a lot? We
Right.
had a place. And I mean, I've learned so much about traveling, about other people, business deals, all the content. It's incredible. So I think it's a state of mind. I think it's a state of mind how you feel and the energy you put out. Like, how do you feel about yourself?
Right.
How do you feel about your
the
spouse?
stories you tell yourself in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like, do you think, and who you surround yourself with is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Like, I am friends with a lot of really motivated, really above average women, like in many different ways, physically, mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
resilient, cool, multifaceted women. And some of them that is in the physical realm. Like, I've got some friends that are in unbelievable shape.
Yeah.
It's motivating.
That's great.
It's motivating. It's great peer pressure. I think positive peer pressure.
And then I love that Tanner's like thing is spreading joy.
Yeah. And he really does. He's
his
so sweet.
I want to talk about his merch. Like, I don't know if people know about it. Like, they
Yeah.
need to get it. This shirt,
There's a link. There's a
unbelievable.
lof his bio if you want his merch.
Yeah, get some
there
of
is.
his merch. He's got good sweatshirts.
His hoodies are so soft.
Yeah.
The hoodies are so soft. But it really is. And I really want people, he's genuinely exactly like what you see online because he doesn't know how to be anything else and we would never want him to. And he really is like, he always says when I go up to Clemson and see him or he comes home, he always come running at you with arms wide open. And he's like, Mom, I'm so happy to see your face. And that's like my favorite thing. I mean, who says that? I'm so
Seriously.
happy to see your face.
Right.
Like, that's a lovely thing to say to somebody when you haven't seen him for a long time. Like, I genuinely see
true.
you and I'm happy that it's your face
Yeah.
that I'm seeing. You
And
know,
he likes physical touch. Like he
loves it.
like a big
loves it. He is a touch. Like when we're at his apartment, his love language is quality time.
Yeah.
He likes quiet quality time. So he picks the movies. We watch the movies. Nice. He likes me to rub his head. You know, he likes me like he has like a little forehead thing, and he likes me like play with his hair. He's a hugger, and that also regulates him. Like when we speak together, I can tell sometimes if he's a little nervous. I'll rub my hand up and down his back, but kind of hard, like pressure. He's always needed pressure. When he was little, we used to just trampoline for hours.
Yeah.
Just throw him. He needed it. He's strong too. He's incredibly strong. He's very resilient.
Nice. One of my last questions was just about, so for new parents that get new diagnosis, is there anything looking back for you that you would change or recommend for them or give them some hope?
Well, I think the world is incredibly more hopeful today than it was 25 years ago when we were seeing the signs. I mean, my gosh, the internet, I mean, the resources and the knowledge and the networking that you can do. Find your community. And, you know, it's going to be so different depending upon the severity of your child's diagnosis, because I will always be the first to say, Tanner is very, very high functioning, and that is not the story for so many families. I do not speak for them, and I don't claim to. I have never experienced a nonverbal child. I've never experienced a self-injurious child. I don't know what that's like, but people need to find your network of people that you can be real with. Find people that you can ask help with. You need respite. You and your spouse or partner, whatever, need breaks from being a special needs parent. And if your family can't give it to you, find friends who will, or a church group that will, or somebody. And I always found for us, we were really open about it. Like I wanted people, I never had any problem saying he has autism.
Right.
Because I wanted people to extend grace to him. I did not want people to wonder.
Right.
Because it was obvious there were some different behaviors going on. I didn't want people to like feel like they couldn't say the word. It's not a bad word. It defines a set of behaviors. And people I have found will typically most of the time be much more gracious and offer a lot more understanding if they know what's going on. It's like offering knowledge to me. And that's not for everybody. But my thought is be open about it. Just say, yeah, this is what, and educate people while you go. Be like, yeah, my son or my daughter has level 2 autism. Let me tell you what that means and what it means for your children interacting with them. You can be an advocate just by describing your child's life.
Right.
Does that make sense?
What do you think? I'm curious about your thoughts on this. It just popped in my head. People are using like autism as a like, hey, this is my tism, or this is my. Is that something that's offensive, or like,
not to me? But we're not touchy people. Honestly, I think it is offensive to a lot of people on the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's not to us at all. I think it's funny, but we've also like always been very lighthearted about. I mean, a lot of the things Tanner does that are odd are hilarious.
Yes.
I mean, some of the shit he says is so freaking funny, and the things that he OCDs on are hysterical. And like the whole family will like go on it with him. Like we'll go on these long tangents, and we'll all look at each other and we're like, oh my god, we have been talking about Mighty Joe Young and dinosaurs for 45 minutes, and he does all these really crazy word association things, which are it's part of his language disorder, and they're actually fascinating. Yeah. So we're silly people. We laugh at everything. Yeah. And we're always like joking around. So I don't get offended like by people like using it as slang or whatever. I mean, I would never want anybody to be like ugly, but if they're just saying, oh, I'm stimming on that, or this is part of my, I know they're kidding.
Right.
I don't like it when people use autism as an excuse for bad behavior. I don't like that. I don't like it when people say, well, I said that or did that because I'm autistic, but then they're doing other things perfectly confidently and with total control. And I'm like, wait a minute now. You know, because I know for like someone like Tanner, there are things that come from his autism that he literally is not able to control or is not able to understand. And has to be guided or supported. So to me, that's maybe the only thing that's like a little insulting to me when people hide behind it, because like Tanner's not capable of hiding behind it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he's just who he is.
Yeah, that's good. So my last question: how do we support you, or how do other people support you? Your podcast, for sure.
Definitely. Anybody that is interested, Nicci Smith, who is Connor Tomlinson's mom, and I have a podcast called Talk to Me Sis, and it's on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. We try to put episodes out every week. Sometimes it's not every week, but we are autism focused, but we're also talking about menopause, girl stuff, marriage, parenting, all that kind of stuff. I think most people know where Tanner is. He's Tanner with the _ on Instagram and TikTok, and he's always up to something. And My
Good
page is
stuff.
not that exciting. It's more just personal.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being
This
here.
was so fun.
We're here for the health of it.
For the health of it.
Just a quick note, this podcast is for informational purposes only. We're not meant to replace your doctors, and nothing here should be taken as medical advice. Always check with a qualified professional before making decisions about your health. The views and opinions expressed by our guests or hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of this podcast. Reliance on any information provided is solely at your own risk.